Now, as you probably know, U.S. inner city has been in a bad state for several decades. They tend to be high crime area with a lot of vacant building and so on. Today, we'll talk about how this happened and what is being not about. Well, first, you can talk about the decline of in the city without looking at the growth of the suburb because two are connected. There was and still is a huge demand for suburban houses in the last 30-40 years yourselves. So what we see all over the country is a lot of development area just outside of cities and areas that once farmlands, acres and acres of land just given over to suburban houses. We call them suburban broad because of the way the houses are kinds of spread out over the countryside. As the suburb grew, the inner cities declined. Well, you can imagine how this happened. Well, people moved to the suburb is moved convenient for them to shop at a shopping mall closing home. So with apartment store in the downtown area, they don't care much business and you maybe actually have to close. You see that particularly in small and mid-sized town. You might have an area that's a quite a lot population, but the downtown is dead, especially at night. As a result of that, we had a growing crime rate and poverty in downtown's area. So people are afraid to go there at night, and the answer less cultural life in these towns. So, cities planners have been trying to attract people back to the cities. It's become a Saturday really because you can keep building cider forever suburbs forever. And people don't want to commute 2 or more hours to get to their job. They want to come back to live in the city, but you have to make the decisions right. So, how do you do that? Well, the city planner using a project called Smart Groves, the way to plan neighborhood and revive life in the city. Let's write for the main character of a Smart Groves. First, Smart Grove encouraging diversity of use. For example, many planners believe that our healthy some have light manufacturing, says bakery or branding dresses, mixes with retail or and resident of building, all together in the same area. And one way to do that is the tree has the people and all day long you got the people who work there during the day, and the people live there coming back in the evening. The area is used more, site work are busy. This makes it possible for stores and restaurants to open up to serve all the people, which in turns encourages more people, and then make a neighborhood more attractive. Okay, secondly, you want to have a diversity of housings is instead of housing trees of identical houses like you have in the suburbs. You would have a mix of single family homes, townhouses, and apartment buildings that was encouraging a wider range of people in terms of ages and income level to live in an area. Two people can stay in the community. They can move off to a large house or move to the smaller house when they get older without leaving the community. The other biggest bet a smart growth is to make it possible for people to walk to the school, public library and store and so on. So you put this thing with the distance of residential neighborhood. It's also important to have attractive places outside, places together or sit and relax. This brings people out onto the streets, and streets that have people in them are safer streets. When you have safer streets, you have more people want to live downtown, and that cause the demand for more housings. and that in turn revitalize inner cities even more. Now, one city good cause of things being done is Fig Burst. Let's have a look at some photographs we were taking.